What it do, foo foo? I don't know if y'all see me or not. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if y'all see me or not. Oh yeah, that motherfucker look crazy. I gotta get better light, man. Oh yeah, man, we ain't in. We ain't in 4K. What the fuck? We ain't in 4K. Excuse me. I need to be in 4K, cuz. Excuse me. I need to be in YouTube taking forever. Shouts out to everybody that's following me, man. Shouts out to everybody who ain't following. Shouts out to everybody who be tuning in. Shouts out to everybody that's everybody that ain't everybody when it's everybody when it ain't everybody. Everybody that's everybody that ain't everybody when it's everybody when it ain't everybody. Everybody that's everybody when it's everybody. Damn, YouTube still ain't up, man. What's going on there? Damn, I just shut this down, huh? Fuck it. YouTube never popped up. I ain't tripping. Yo, Skills, what it do, man? What's good with you? Where my chat at? Where the chat at, man? Where the chat at, man? What's that? There we go. Oh, put that right here. Oh, there you go. What it do? What it do, man? I ain't doing nothing, chill. Let me bring this up. Let me activate this ninja shit, man. So everybody can see the fucking listen there, man. Activate. When the twins activate. Yeah. What it do, Ran? It's that time. What it do, Reindeer? Early nightly stream. Yeah. Ran number 2 in the building. What's good? What's good, y'all? What's Gucci? What's Louis? What's Prada, man? Say multi-chat, but they ain't got y'all shit up there. Okay, I see it. It's all good in the hood. Is it? Is it? Call of Duty sent me a free motherfucking weapon. A free weapon, man. I might play Call of Duty. Yeah, I'll chill, man. I mean, wrestling though, wrestling though right now, yeah. Can y'all hear me? Am I good quality right now? Am I good quality? Let me go check and see. Let me go check and see, man. YouTube Studio. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do too. The soundboard. I need to put that shit on here. Okay, I am live, man. Shouts out to everybody on YouTube, man. Shouts out to my YouTube family, man. Shouts out to everybody on the YouTube families, man. Damn, I can't pull it up. It's not. I hate that. There we go. A better echo. Is it still echoing? I don't know why I keep getting echoes, yo. This shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. I'm always having an echo. Echo here, echo there. Maybe I'll take this mic off. Could be I have 2 mics. I just can't get it right. It could just be the room. Maybe it's the room. Shit.
Okay, let me go over these 4 bags and that really quickly, or I might do another video. This is a brown bum bag. This has been online on the website, the Santos Avenue Lane website.
What do they do, Jerry?
This, I have some more on the way. This one will be shipped. Okay, let me go.
Y'all know, Larry Hoover getting out. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. You know what I mean? I think Larry Hoover getting out, man. Trump said, free the boy, man. Free the boy, man. Trump said, free that guy, man. Yeah, let me see if these comments really showing up. Oh, yeah, they showing up. I don't know why this shit ain't showing up. I gotta check for all of them. Hmm. Shit, yeah. No, I ain't doing nothing, man. Uh, I was supposed to make a video, Kev. I was supposed to make a video. And you know why I could be echo? Maybe is it echoing now? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I had to open my shield up, man. Open the shield up or something, man. I got the mic right here. Is it still echo? Somebody tell me. Is it still echo? What's good, stoner? I'm a stoner. I'm stoned. I'm stoned. What it do? Was Gucci? Was Louis? Was Prada, man? No echo now. All right, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I just put it on my wrist. So I told everybody tuned in, man. One thing about Kick, though, man. One thing about Kick, the fucking chat always is still like the chat from the other day be up. I don't know why that is. The comments from the other day still be on that bitch. Oh, and if you on Twitch, yo, if you see me right now, just click on this and watch. I need 3 motherfuckers, man. I don't know if they not giving me like credit for people watching or something, but it's taking forever to get 3 consistent people to watch. When it say I got like the other day I had like 10 people watching, like, so I'm trying to figure out why, what are they talking about? They just cheat me out of my shit. They don't want me to be affiliate. They don't want me to be is it affiliate partner, whatever the fuck. They don't want me to do it. Yeah. Should be pissing me off. But yeah, let's what we gonna talk about? What happened? Did y'all been keeping up with Diddy trial? I think Diddy going home, man. All right, but let's see this first though, man. We got down. I told y'all Larry Hoover coming home. I just seen a quick little what's the name? What's this right here? Put this over there. Cause we ain't time for this shit. There you go. We're gonna zoom me out a little bit. Larry Hoover coming home. That's what they saying, man. They saying Larry Hoover coming home, man. Let's go ahead and zoom. Oh, that's me. No, that's not me. Okay, let's go to me. Zoom me out. Boom. There we go.
Now, one of Chicago's most notorious gang leaders is trying again out of prison early. Gangster Disciples founder.
I can't hear this shit. Can y'all hear What the fuck?
Larry Hoover has
What the hell? What the hell?
Back, another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it was breaking news within the last hour or so that Chicago's Gangsta's Disciple co-founder Larry Hoover had been pardoned by President Donald Trump.
We begin with breaking news. President Donald Trump has commuted the federal sentence of Larry Hoover, founder of the Chicago street gang, the Gangster Disciples. Hoover has been serving multiple life sentences and in a maximum security prison in Colorado for the murder of a 19-year-old neighborhood drug dealer. He is also serving a 200-year sentence in Illinois, but it's not clear if he'll be moved back to Illinois to reserve what remains of that sentence. Hoover's son, Larry Hoover Jr., posted this photo on Instagram, a White House official holding the commutation with the president's signature.
And there was several other people names that was on the list as well, including NBA YoungBoy. You'll see that getting posted in the headlines also today, as he just finished up a federal prison sentence himself. And I think he still might have had some probation time, so I don't know the exact details with that one right there. But I first saw this hit the news after Jay Prince posted it up earlier today to his Instagram and said, "Thank you to President Donald Trump and the angel from heaven, my sister, Elise Marie Free, for allowing the Creator to work through you. We're deeply grateful to the president for..."
I ain't gonna lie. TK, I ain't gonna front you, man. TK, they gave him too many years. I don't know how many people, did he kill multiple people or just one? I mean, just one is crazy. Just killing anybody is wild. But what I'm saying is, like, I think he was like 16, 17. I think 30 years would have been good enough, man. 80 is crazy.
For doing what no other president would, freeing and pardoning my brother Larry Hoover. In his own words, never stop swinging. To my brother Justin Moore, Dubin Dosh, and everyone who contributed to this journey, thank you. I appreciate you all more than words can express. An official write-up had came from different news sites. ABC Chicago put it up and said, President Donald Trump plans to commute the sentence of a notorious former Chicago gang leader, his attorney said. Attorney Jennifer Bonjean confirmed to ABC Wednesday that her client, Gangster Disciples founder Larry Hoover, is being granted clemency by the president. The commutation has not officially been completed, according to the database of the Office of the Pardon Attorney. And if you didn't know why he was in there already, it says Hoover is serving 6 life sentences at the ABX Florence prison facility in Fremont County, Colorado. He was previously sentenced to life imprisonment.
So basically, if y'all don't know who Larry Hoover is, Larry Hoover got locked up. He was the founding member of the Gangster Disciples. It was really no evidence of him killing anybody or no violence on his hands, but they just put that on him and they locked his ass up. When you have the power to change, stuff, that's what happens, man. The CIA and FBI, all them people gonna be on you, man. When you got the power and people listen, if you can form groups and people listen to you, it's over, man. It's over for you, man. And since he been gone, Chicago went crazy, bro. Chicago went crazy. Ran East Coast time. It would be crazy if Trump gives P. Diddy a pardon when he gets locked up. Jizo, your voice is echoing. Check your OBS settings. I don't know how to change that echo. Is it because I'm too far away from the mic? Am I echoing now? Tell me maybe I'm too far from the mic. Maybe I gotta put the mic to my mouth. Pause. That was crazy and wild. Yeah. Should be 8 likes in the chat, man. Shouts out to Ray there. Check your OBS settings. What would I change? I don't know what I would change. I got the mic. Let me see. Mic filter. Boom. Sound compression, noise compression. Boom. 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 Alright, what about now? Am I still echoing? Am I still echoing, guys? I don't know why I be echoing, man. I gotta get this shit right, man. Gotta get this shit right. I be trying to use the headphones. I would use these no echo. Pause. No echo. No echo. Okay. I be trying to use this shit on here, right here. This shit. But it seems like it's pretty low. So I had to hook up the real mic. It seems like it was pretty low. Yeah. It's double voice. It happened to me. OBS is recording double. Yeah, that's I put the filter on in there. Rain did say he don't hear no echo though. Everybody that heard echo just say echo. Is it an echo now? Appreciate you, Stoner, for subscribing, man. Come on, man. Shouts out to Stoner, man. He's a silver member, man. Silver member will be getting videos, man. I'm gonna make a video tonight, man. I'm a stoner, I'm stoned, I'm stoned. For sure, man. Stoner in the building. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I gotta get the soundboard on this motherfucker for sure, man. Alright, no echo, no echo. Alright, for sure. For shit show! Said bones. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, man. We got down free Larry Hoover.
Plus,
We about to check out this Diddy trial in a minute, though.
200 years for a 19 criminal enterprise from state prison and received another life term. And he has served 52 years on this life sentence already. Today, he is 74 years old. He been locked up longer than I've been alive by a long time, even before I was thought of. So that's a long prison sentence he done served already. Pretty much done served his whole life in there. And we know the history, the Gangster Disciples out of Chicago's. We hear his name in music a lot, and we've been known for a while now that Jay Prince is a close friend.
Oh, y'all seen that dude spit on the dude? Let's find that video real quick. No jump. Oh shit, he fired that nigga.
Ever. But y'all shot somebody, and I don't know what he thinks is ever. But do nothing with your hands.
Just you are guys. Guys. Oh, guys, come on. Guys, come on. Stop, guys. Oh, chill, guys. Come on. What? Let's do something. You knew you had a weapon on. You got spit on. No, I didn't. You did. I watched it. I watched it. Nigga, I watched it. Come do something. There's no weapons. No weapons. Come do something, Mr. Red. There's a knife right there. Come do something. Where?
Shit. Am I still on YouTube, y'all? Am I still on YouTube? Leave a comment if we still here on YouTube. Leave a comment if you still here on YouTube. Leave a comment. And it probably cut off. Let me see. Oh, no, it's still on here.
Oh.
I don't know if they...
Guys, come on.
my sister, Alicia.
You knew you had a weapon on. You got spit on. No, I didn't. You did. I watched it. Come do something. There's no weapons. No weapons. Come do something, Mr. Red. There's a knife right there. Come do something. Where?
Am I still on YouTube, y'all? Am I still on YouTube? Leave a comment if we still here on YouTube. Leave a comment if you still here on YouTube. Leave a comment. And it probably cut off. Let me see. I think that shit behind, man. That shit behind on YouTube, man. YouTube don't never want me to win, man. That's why I'm on Twitch and Kick, man. Because YouTube don't never want me to fucking win, man. YouTube always got a fucking problem, like, what the fuck, like. YouTube just don't want me to win, man. That's how I'm feeling, man. It's all good, man. The Kick's still running, man. Let's make sure Kick's still running this shit, man. Make sure any of this shit's still running. We still running. We still running on Kick and Twitch. I don't know about YouTube. Still running on Kick and Twitch. It don't matter. I don't know Actually, let's find DJ Academics. That nigga still alive.
Niggas use coded language so we can do what you like to.
Can I peacefully say this?
Yes,
you see how niggas use
Booty
coded
band.
language? He
Booty
first
band.
said
You watch
he
Wee
want to
Weezy,
fight
you
me.
wear booty
Then he
shorts.
said we gonna
You
do
don't
whatever you
wanna
want to
do
do. This just
do
talks
nothing.
crazy.
You
Like,
don't wanna do
listen,
nothing,
I'm not
though.
worried about
Let's
your
get
little
into
high
some-
yellow ass,
You
bro.
just
For
talking.
real.
Put your booty shorts on. You
We
don't
both
wanna
got
do
our
nothing.
shirts on.
So
we wanna do
Papoose
nothing.
claims he wrote 90% of Remy Ma's music, guys.
He's a buster.
Papoose.
No, Lush. We want to see the fight now. We want to see the fight. We don't want to see no positivity no more. No, we don't talk about Papoose. Here's the thing. Put like this. All right. Yo, put like this. This is a good like microcosm of what I'm talking about. Go to my channel, right? Go to my channel. Just go to King Academics, right? I know we're not even streaming on there right now, right? Not even streaming on there right now, right? So when you go there, in the last 2 weeks, our biggest clip, right? Our biggest clip. Let's see. We got a couple that did 100K. By the way, shout out to the chat, man. Ain't nothing bigger than the chat. Oh, okay. We got 221. That's Kelsey and Megan Tory. But I'm gonna just put it in perspective right here. They just mentioned who now? Papoose. Okay. Oh, here it is. Look, 3 videos ago. Our biggest clip 5 days ago, 241,000 views. Us talking about the Papoose and Remy Ma shit.
Shit, my Papoose and Remy Ma.
On No Jumper, niggas don't want to hear that. Niggas want to see squabbles there. So the niggas trying to bring up the topic. So let's talk about Papoose. Nah, nigga, let these two unknown niggas fight. No disrespect to them. Let them fight. That's the views. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Let them fight. Lush, get out of here, nigga. It's time for them to fight.
Papoose apparently claims he wrote 90% of Remy Ma's music.
You Remy Ma right now. You changing up the story.
See?
You watch dicks. Shut
He
up.
said we could do. He said I'm gonna whoop your ass. Then said we could do whatever you want to do.
All right, bro.
Look,
You watch.
look.
You know what I want to do? I want to podcast.
I want
Ignore
you to stop
all
watching
light skin.
I want you to stop watching Wee Wees and put some pants on.
I will
That's
do
what
both of
want you to
those
do.
for you.
When you wear
I
some
will do
jeans
both of those
and
for
stop
you.
volunteering to see dicks. You might be
Unbiasedly,
able to do something.
unbiasedly.
I want you to go to Turkey
Stop
and get your
volunteering to
hairline
see
replenished
dicks.
and get.
Not that your hairline replenished is crazy. Yo, these niggas is crazy. Urban Gearman Short Tube Mafia official.
Get that boss
Take them
spot filled
booty
in.
shorts off.
Listen.
I'll do that when you take your
Listen.
booty shorts
Hey,
off,
that,
nigga.
hey.
Stop
that-
wearing.
Oh, hey, by the way, for anybody, I love my Discord. I'm about to come forward with y'all in a little bit. Actually, I feel so guilty. I haven't popped up in Discord in a while. My man Wale, I know Wale, intern Kyrie, and everybody holding it down. I feel so guilty. I gotta come forward with y'all. Remind me this week. If we don't do it on a regular stream, I gotta come forward with y'all. Even if it's just a kick stream where we're just gambling, we just talking.
Discord, y'all join my Discord too. Shit, I'll do it from my phone. I'll put it in the chat, man. Discord. Yeah. What they got? Everybody join the Discord, man. I'm about to put it in the chat. They definitely be sending out the glitches, man. I'm out here looking for more glitches and more bitches. I wish it was like a button you could just hit refresh on. Like you could just hit refresh.
Good shit, because I gotta come tap in with y'all. And by the way, shout out to Wale Enter. I see he's popping out doing a lot of stuff, so I like what he's doing.
Donnie,
shorts off, nigga.
take this nigga on a tour to Turkey to get his hairline replenished.
Stop playing. I play tennis racket shoes on, nigga. And
They gonna revival y'all friend laughing at you.
It's funny. When you're funny, it's funny.
Y'all friend laughing at you.
But
That's
here's
a
the
damn
thing.
shame.
He about to get beat up by a guy wearing booty shorts.
Hey, right, imagine.
Okay, so it gets to a point like
You like that gay. He's always bringing up fighting. You can't get a nigga bringing up fighting. Trying to put it on another nigga to do something.
So,
But I just caught you one. I feel like just on that. You are a
Guys.
This is why I watch No Jumpers. This is what I'm talking about right here.
You are a bitch.
Guys.
Oh, that's a spit. Okay.
Guys, come on. Guys, come on. Stop, guys. Oh, chill, guys.
Come on. Let's do something.
You knew he had a weapon.
Let's do something.
No weapon.
Let's do something. I don't got
Man, what's going on?
Nothing.
What you gonna do?
Nothing. Let's do something, bitch. Let's do something, bitch. All right, nigga.
Nah, we love my Discord. My Discord is amazing. Discord and Twitter community, I love them both. Please, everybody get up in the Discord. Discord.gg/academics. That's like.
All right, since we talking, we come back. So, since we talking about back to the jumper.
I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living in a hole in the ground, there was a confrontation last night between Brandon, a.k.a. Bucci Bear, a.k.a. Dark Brandon, and Almighty Suspect that resulted in both spit flying and a knife being pulled out. Both of these are infractions that I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. You know, many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. Like I feel like that.
That man thought the dude was a bitch. That's all that was. He thought the dude was a bitch, so he was talking crazy shit. He had to show he ain't no bitch. Shout out to you. Keep up the great work with your stream to get verified and start earning $16 an hour. What? $16 an hour. Hey man, follow me on my Discord, man.
That incident, even though we managed to skate essentially because we got Kelpie to sign off on us suing us, I think it was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time. And I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple of times since then, in particular with the whole Jalise thing, where it really, really felt like he was on the border of attacking her. That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe this is not okay. But yeah, I just feel like we just can't tolerate that kind of stuff in here. It's just way over the line. I have nothing against him. I told him I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm not going to come on here and trash him. I'm not going to treat him like a sharp or anything like that. But as a business, the liability associated with having somebody on camera who we have like essentially no assurance is not going to fly off the handle like that. It's just too big of a risk, and it's just not the kind of platform that I want to run at this point. I mean, honestly, the loose cannon situation, maybe then it would have been a conversation, but the reality is that Sus is the one who got physical with it. And to me, it's an easy decision. If it had been the spit alone or the knife alone, it would have been an easy decision. It being both of them at the same time, you know, it's an easy decision. Now, I will address this narrative that I know that a lot of people are going to probably want to run with, since apparently Flacco ran with it in his video. Lush, do you feel like you're at fault?
Not at all. Just like 0%. But I think the whole way it transpired is really unfortunate.
And I wish that there is a way that it didn't have to have this result. Like, I understand from a business perspective why, you know, that can't be tolerated. And obviously, especially considering the negative.
That's crazy. He fired him. That man did all that for no reason, though. Like, niggas just be doing shit for no reason. Like, what's the point of that? I don't see the point. What was the point of that?
4 hours, 40,000. Yes, they finally meet. Look, this is No Jumper just bullshit. They finally meet face to face. How you gonna fire a nigga for a clip you gonna put out? Like, come on, this don't even make sense, man. This is like wrestling, bro. How you gonna fire the nigga for the clip that you're titling? They finally meet face to face. What did you think was going to happen? What did you think?
Today my sister digs.
Yeah, he gonna hand him some important.
But I know what I'm finna do though. I'm finna go and unban everybody in my chat. And I'm finna unmod it.
4,000. Well, we're gonna make it through. So, chat. We'll start with the Tory Lanez stuff. And if you guys don't know, late last night, I'm over here cooling, maxing, and relaxing, you know, and I get messages and shout out to my people, the Academy, defenseless, while this guy is just saying.
Oh, they got the Tory Lanez video of him getting stabbed?
So
you can't just find something that just. I can't just find the video. I probably ain't gonna be able to find the video. Oh yeah, they got a video.
YouTube. He was here. His had been.
We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what was the situation the night before and the day before?
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He felt uncomfortable living next to me. Said I was a threat. So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. He tried to put money on my head, so he said I put money on his head. We had a little discussion or whatever. So the next morning, that night, he said some shit. All kinds of crazy. So the next morning, I came out to see if everything was good. Took his phone, talked to him. He said, yeah. So I was going back into my cell. And when I looked back, so the next morning, that night, he said some shit. All kinds of crazy. I asked him if everything was good. We had a little situation the night before and the day before. So what?
Here's a video of the.
To tell him, good morning. And I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, ask him if everything is good. I just came out.
And I'm going to play the audio for you guys of the interview he did with TMZ.
And so what exactly took place between you and Tory Lanez that day that you stabbed him allegedly?
I just came out in the morning to tell him, good morning. And I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, ask him if everything is good. We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what was the situation the night before and the day before?
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He felt uncomfortable living next to me. Said I was a threat. So I confronted.
They just sitting there watching that shit. It's crazy, guys. They just sitting there watching that shit. It's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. They sitting there watching that shit. Shout out to Rico Nasty, man.
Main thing that I really want to say is, guys, at this point, I don't know if I really want to go to Rick Ross car show and flood y'all with that whole traveling there, because I mean, it's the thing of me going to the Rick Ross car show is basically a week and a half of me driving between flying back to Chicago, going to get my truck and my trailer, driving back to Florida. All right, that's 24 hours of just driving right there. Then next weekend, which, you know what I'm saying, today I will have to be leaving a week from today. Then driving to Atlanta, going to the show, giving y'all, you know, probably 2-3 days worth of videos of Rick Ross stuff. And then the next day, Street Whips. And then driving back to Miami, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that car content, I just kind of feel like it's going to kind of like put me back from where I want to ultimately be. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's going to be like a setback. And y'all know all...
It sounded like Stunner is like...
Oh, like just keep on having fun with my lifestyle content. What do I want to do is the question that I'm kind of like dealing with right now. That's kind of like where I'm at. Which way do I want to go?
Niggas that had all the fucking whips, so, well, not niggas, them, because I ain't had all them motherfuckers. But they had them motherfuckers. Did my stream cut out? Did the live cut out again? Live must have cut out again. Your live must have cut out again, man. YouTube. I mean, I'm already on YouTube. You gotta make sure maybe my shit cut off again. I don't know, man. That shit still on. Okay, that shit still on. For sure. For sure.
Not the biggest pack. Everybody loves a Miami Cuban chain. We're going to be giving out that Trax back, except, you know, it's the loudest. All right, sir, show me what you got right here. 12,000. 12 grand. It's 180 grams on the dot, 10 karat gold. For the 12 grand you're asking for initial offer, and I'm sure he'll take a little less, it's worth it. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're a Hello Kitty fan, if you're twirling on a pole for dollars, scoop those dollars up, put them in a bag, and bring them over here, and we could get you lit, right. And don't. We're gonna talk platinum and gold. An ounce of.
$18 minutes of PPP loan scammers getting caught, man.
And now to what's being called a multi-million-dollar scheme to defraud the feds. A man accused of using money meant for small businesses to buy this mansion in Central Florida along with other luxury items. He got away with it for a while, but now he's been indicted.
The scheme helped him land millions from the PPP program, and Calvin's in the newsroom with the details.
Well, we've heard the story before. The man is accused of lying about his business, saying it had hundreds of employees with an average monthly payroll of nearly $3 million. But federal investigators say none of that was true. A federal grand jury has returned this indictment charging Don Cisternino of defrauding the federal government out of $7.2 million in COVID-19 relief funds. According to allegations in the indictment, Cisternino is accused of lying about his New York-based consulting company to get millions of dollars in payroll protection plan funds. Investigators say during 2019 and 2020, the company had few or no employees other than Cisternino and his girlfriend. According to the indictment, in April 2020, the Bradenton man submitted a fraudulent PPP loan application, including false.
It was crazy. Even though they only had 2 employees, which was their self, they still could have got the PPP loan the right way. He wouldn't have got the $3 million, but he still would have got some money. Like that's not gonna lie. I would, if I knew what I knew now, I probably would have took the $3 million too. Like, oh, how much ever? I would probably took that shit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But at the time, I was like, nah, I don't think that's right. But if I knew, I would have got some type of money though. I would have got some type of money. But you got a lot. They had to lie to get that amount of money. They could have still got money if the business. If you know.
Supporting documents and bank statements. The application says the company had more than 400 employees. Charging documents indicate of the $7.2 million the couple received, more than $3 million of it went to this mansion. Property records show Cisternino and his girlfriend purchased the home in July 2020. The 12-acre estate boasts a British-style pub theater, 7 bedrooms, a tennis court, and a 5-stall horse barn. Investigators say it was paid for with PPP.
Now, that's a big house. It depends on how many years they got.
Loan money. The grand
ain't no time worth. Ain't nothing worth going to jail. I'm just talking shit.
Grand jury indictment.
Because again, my ass ain't good. So apparently, I don't want to go to jail.
Indictment also claims a trail of evidence reveals Cisternino spent thousands of dollars on pricey vehicles like a Maserati, Lincoln Navigator, and a Mercedes-Benz, all in a span of months in 2020. And Cisternino has been indicted on 2 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of aggravated identity theft, and 3 counts of illegal monetary transaction. Louis, I'll send it back to you.
You know what they say, karma never forgets an address. All right, thank you, Calvin.
A Houston man has pleaded guilty to fraudulently obtaining $1.56 million in PPP loans.
So this is one of many cases of PPP fraud, leaving some business owners who need the money out of luck. Here's our consumer reporter, Heather Sullivan.
A Lamborghini, a Rolex watch, a Ford F-350. Those are just some of the things that a Houston man bought after fraudulently obtaining a $1.6 million PPP loan, money that was intended to help businesses survive the pandemic.
It looked like you've already gotten a loan, and I said I haven't. They said, well, look like you're on your second round to get a second loan. And I was like, I was like, are you serious?
Sheree Young says she learned someone had taken out $40,000 in PPP loans in her name, preventing her from getting a loan for her wine and marketing businesses and charity organizations.
It's a person like me that really needed the funds at the time and couldn't get the funds. So, I mean, I had to go and, like I say, take money from my savings.
The Department of Justice says it has prosecuted more than 100 defendants for fraudulent PPP loans. Lee Price III of Houston just pled guilty to fraudulently obtaining $1.6 million in PPP loans, buying a Lamborghini Urus, a Ford F-350, and a Rolex, using the name of someone who died. A University of Texas report suggests 1 in 6 PPP loans is suspicious, but the Small Business Administration says it's much lower.
In the case of PPP, it's less than 0.5% of loans
we even suspect were ineligible.
And that the vast majority are helping real businesses.
Here in Houston, we were averaging about 1,300 PPP loans.
Yeah, I just didn't understand. Even if you didn't have a business and you got the money and you created a business, you should be able to keep that on.
Every single day to small businesses, about $85 million every business day during COVID. So there were 350,000 businesses, give or take, that got those loans.
According to court records, the couple spent some of that money gambling at casinos. Pert is accused of trying to defraud the government out of more than $5.
Help you apply for all.
We ain't see no white people yet.
All of these on Sullivan Smart Sense on Fox26Houston.com. Heather Sullivan, Fox 26 News.
Well, new here at 11, this Davenport couple is accused of trying to defraud the government out of more than $5 million in COVID relief money. According to court records, the couple spent some of that money gambling at casinos, purchasing designer handbags, and they paid off their 2017 BMW. As Fox 13's Jordan Bowen reports, this isn't the first time that one of those defendants has been charged with fraud.
For some struggling businesses, COVID relief
failing. Businesses are struggling. This month,
the couple, along with some clothing from a video Lugo uploaded to Facebook. In it, Lugo and Vinnet can be seen in a hotel room. All purchases the feds say were made with COVID relief.
Businesses that were struggling, but instead one local accountant tried to help himself.
The address for his business is inside this North Dallas office building. A recent home address is at this apartment complex in Garland, where neighbors say he drove fancy cars and wore high-end.
WREG News Channel 3 about if they're investigating Colbert's PPP loan in light of her more recent arrest. Stacey Jacobs.
Sigma Cuts Medical Training Academy and you.
I know for a fact white people did it too.
If somebody gave you $1 billion, no tax, would you do a song with Gunna? $1 billion.
No tax? I don't want to talk about it, Rat. I might incriminate myself. I don't want to say, but I do if they gave me $1 billion. I don't want to incriminate myself. What I would do with $1 billion. I don't want to incriminate myself. What I would do to a rat if they gave me a rat to do business with $1 billion.
Big facts.
I don't want to incriminate myself. Sorry.
He took a plea deal like everybody else, man. Including Young Thug, so that means Young Thug a rat too, man. If you took the plea, because he ain't testified against nobody, he ain't did none of that shit, man. Nobody's locked up because of gun. So I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
After him. And then at the bottom, LAB is obviously lab. And I'm kind of sorry to keep bringing this up, but just kind of, because if we were looking for retro design parallels between Reed Richards hardware and the retro designs of the TVA, this is another example. The TVA elevators in Loki Season 1 had the same golden plating and 3-letter codes in place of floor numbers that probably also correspond to whatever very specific function that floor of the TVA served. And as Reed and Johnny are talking about statistics, whatever statistic Reed would be quoting here, statistically speaking, the team that that wins Game 3 would be kind of an odd statistic because the outcome of a 7-game series after Game 3 would be dependent on who won the first 2 games. Like if Reed was about to say the team that wins Game 3 after losing the first 2 or after winning the first 2, then there would be something meaningful there. But that is, of course, unless Reed has really mathed this out and found that in this alternate universe there's some like cosmic significance to winning the 3rd game of a series no matter what happened in the first 2. But I'm here to tell you, there isn't. Have I thought too hard about this? Yes. Also, is it very wrong of me to laser focus on which 2 fingers any live TV broadcast? Also, it looks like that TV set is housed within that same central unit that contains their fireplace on the other side with smoldering embers. That seems pretty dangerous with the way televisions back in the 1960s were built with like cathode tubes in them. Jobs are good, but what you really want is a job you actually hear. This was not added until 1979. Have the rights to, and ABC, which is also an affiliate of Disney, as is Marvel, had the NBA's first television broadcast rights from 1965 to 1973, so that helps us narrow it down. I could also barely make out some yellow jerseys on the shot of the basketball going into the hoop. So I'm gonna say this is one of Wilt Chamberlain's games from when he was on the LA Lakers, sometime between 1968 and 1973. So
Bro did all that. Crazy. I like the Marvel movies too, but shit, I ain't finna do all that crazy shit. I ain't finna do all that.
Hey, we back. I told you we getting another 5-inch, non-suppressed. But this one is kind of special because this will be the first time I ever shot an AR that you can actually shoot with the stock folded. Get that shiver on there. Crazy Cerakote job on here, man. And you can get all of these options at Merle's Country, of course. All right. So, with that being said, we gonna run this bad boy. Make sure we hot. Nope. We are now. Here we go.
Busting that bit. Pause. That's crazy. White Wolf. Is that a TV show? 50 Central and P. Diddy. Oh yeah, that's what we supposed to look at. What happened in the Diddy trial? My bad, y'all.
Our streak ended at like day 6. But I think I seen a lot of y'all message me. And by the way, you know, I read all my messages. Our streak ended at like day 6. Okay, this is his queen. Okay. Yo, Joey's like multitasking. They're looking at him like, why even do this bum ass nigga here? Like he can't see. This is outrageous. Igniflo says we're considering what remedies to ask for. Let me speak with my colleagues. They implied that someone in this courtroom was responsible for the destruction of the fingerprints. So that's kind of what's kind of like, you know, based on the testimony, is a reasonable way to deduce that they're almost saying that nigga Diddy had evidence destroyed. Can't make that type of, you know, thing. The judge does a recess, so now they're taking a long-ass break. They then come back. The judge then says, my intent is to strike from the record any testimony about the fingerprint cards or destruction of them. I will note that only the answers were what the witnesses knew about the destruction. I sustained the objection to as if it was abnormal, okay? Alexandra Shapiro, the appellate lawyer, says, we're going to move for a mistrial at this time based on a prosecutorial misconduct that has occurred. So basically by saying, hey, listen, you brought up this thing that we had not planned because we had talked about this. You know, they talk every after trial and before trial. We weren't going to get into this, but y'all try to bias this trial. Y'all got no evidence about the arson. That's what they're trying to say. Y'all got no evidence against the arson, and because we're questioning the investigation into the arson that y'all charged him with, y'all trying to insinuate that Diddy destroyed evidence without no proof. That is completely biased. That is prejudicial to Diddy and his freedom. So they move for a mistrial. By the way, very popular tactic by YSL Steele, what am I calling YSL? Brian Steele did that a lot during Young Thug's trial. He brought it up a lot. Like, he was like, yo, y'all fucked up here. Like, and he kept doing it to the point that, they said no, like, we're not going to grant them his trial. But after a while, it becomes where remember, Young Thug got free because the judge scolded Paige Whitaker, scolded the prosecutors like, yo, y'all are amateurs. Like, y'all can't do this shit right. So maybe he's trying to do the same thing here. Okay, cool. So Shapiro says, hey, listen, there's prosecutor misconduct happening. Says some prospective jurors said Mr. Combs could buy his way out. This type of conspiracy is out there and bought into. So it was agreed upon you can't allude to Diddy. If you can't prove it, don't allude to it. You can't allude to Diddy being able to pay his way out of stuff or destroy evidence, especially when it's evidence that only the LAPD could have destroyed, right? AUSA says it was Mr. Agnifilo. Never mind. It says they should have ended with when the fingerprint cards were destroyed, but they asked, did he authorize it? There's no way to unring this bell. The only proper remedy here is a mistrial. AUSA says that's absolutely unwarranted. AUSA says it was Agnifilo who wanted to inquire into the DNA, into the investigation. Your Honor, can just say that the jurors should not draw any inference from the destruction of the fingerprint cards. The judge says an application for mistrial is now denied. Again, even if it's denied, it's important that you made it, right? Because that's going to be a huge source of, appeal, right? Like, you're going to be able to appeal to say, look how they did this thing that you can't put a toothpaste back in the fucking tube, right? So the judge says, I sustain the objections when they were raised. The jurors have already been told the questions are not evidence. Shapiro says, Your Honor, could you tell the jurors that the questions were improper? AUSA says they weren't improper. You should say just disregard. Shapiro then says, and again, Shapiro's earning her money. I told you she's an appellate lawyer, but she's in this case to fight, tooth to the nails to fucking. If it does go to appeal, that's where her real work's going to start. But she's fighting these small issues now. You got to fight everything, right? She says, well, will the court tell the jurors, okay, the answer shouldn't be considered? The judge says, well, I'll tell them that the questions and answers on the fingerprints are irrelevant to this case and should not be considered. Shapiro then says, thank you, Your Honor. So, all right, everybody's come back into court. It says the jurors, the answers and the questions on the fingerprints are irrelevant to this case and should not be considered by you guys. Please proceed. The AUSA then says, did you interview the owner of the Porsche? Jimenez says, yeah, Scott Mascotti. That's Kid Cudi. I did. It says, did you reach out to others? Jimenez says, I reached out to an assistant. I think her name was like Capricorn. Nifilo says, object. Judge says, rephrase. It says, who did you reach out to? It says Capricorn Clark and Cassie Ventura. AUSA says, did Capricorn respond or assist? Jimenez says no. By the way, Capricorn had said that when the investigators reached out to her, she hung up abruptly. Okay? She hung up abruptly. What the fuck? But I love Obama too. Obama's dope. But, man, Trump the fucking GOAT, bro. Young Thug got free because the judge scolded Paige Whitaker, scolded the prosecutors like, yo, y'all are amateurs. Like, y'all can't do this shit right. So maybe he's trying to do the same thing here. Okay, cool. So Shapiro says, hey, listen, there's prosecutor misconduct happening. Says some prospective jurors said Mr. Combs could buy his way out. This type of... Big W. Okay, chat. All right. We're going to get a little bit more into that, but we got to finish, like, some of this Diddy stuff. Oh, my God. Damn, I didn't even think... I started late today. I didn't even think that we were going to turn into all this. All right, cool. Let's go. All right, bet. All right. Okay, cool. So they instructed jurors, yo, don't read into anything with the fingerprints or the fingerprint card missing, blah, blah, blah. Now they start. They said, you interviewed the owner of the Porsche. It says Scott Mascotti. That's Kid Cudi. It says, they say, yeah, gay club with Kyle and Adrian. Then we went to her LA apartment. Puff called and told her she better bring her ass to his house. She panicked. AUSA says, what did you understand Mr. Combs was saying? Donaldson says, objection. Judge says, overruled. It says, she packed her stuff. She went to her house. AUSA says, did you attend the Vanity Fair party? He says, yes, it was a Oscars after party in 2014 with Cassie and Puff. They were both there. AOSA says, how did she look? She looked bomb. Her hair was, you can tell this nigga gay. Donaldson says, objection. Justice overruled. Her hair was long. Puff picked me up and threatened me. I pinned her hair up. AOSA says, did she record music? Says, very often. What was your role? He says, I helped pick out songs. I probably should have been called an he was about to say executive producer. Donaldson says, objection. Justice sustained. AUSA says her mixtape, was it ever sold? Nash says no. It was put out for free. But it did well. It was a top download. Comey, which is, I guess now they're naming the AUSA, Maureen Comey. How much of her music was released? He says, I'm being generous. I'll probably say 10%. AUSA says, I think that'll be a good place to break. The judge says, you may break. Jurors leave. Then Nash says, the judge says, Miss Comey, what he'll say about 2013, it's not about the tapes, right? And they says no. I don't know what tapes that is. So they break for lunch. Let me play our normal people, Lauren Conlon.
For the fire department. So this is actually where the mistrial comes in. So he was discussing the fact that he was called to the residence of Kid Cudi in Hollywood Hills after around 11 a.m. after the fire department got there because they were going to do an investigation.
Maybe I'm hating. Okay, let me ignore my own page.
Friendship type love for her and seemed very sympathetic.
Must have known, because like this just seems too wild. And I get it. Like there's this idea of financial coercion where she relies on this guy for everything she needs or money or whatever, but it's just like at a certain point, like, and we've seen it. We've seen like all these like women who are there with entertainers. Like, look at Boston Richie girl. I don't know if that's how they get down.
Testimony today from, I believe, members of Los Angeles Police Department and the fire department. It seems like that might have happened, that his house was broken into and that his car was actually firebombed, right? I mean, what were some of the highlights regarding that testimony about whether this in fact did happen?
Yeah, well, we heard a lot of evidence this morning, especially with the first witness that was called to the stand, and that was Officer Christopher Ignacio. He does work with the LAPD. And he was just explaining his response to the December 2011, this happened December 22nd of 2011, the response to the break-in at Kid Cudi's home. And so it was just interesting kind of hearing his perspective just from an evidentiary standpoint.
16 Bad Boy reunion show. Did you pick out the dress? So I don't remember. You didn't start as a celebrity stylist, did you? It was Combs who introduced you to Cassie, right? He says, I met her, Mrs. Fine. And he's referring to Cassie. Looked like maybe they're, just like I said, they're probably calling her still Cassandra Ventura. The dude, he's sassy. He's gay. Clearly he's gay. Like, you could tell he's mad sassy. He's like, no, I met, stay name dropping people. Was Meek Mill on the mixtape? Like, why the fuck you bringing up Meek name? They always name dropping some people. Nash says, can I take a break, please? Can I take a potty break? Judge says yes. They leave. Judge says, Donaldson, how much more? He says, no way I'll be finished by 4. Judge says, do you know that before I told the jury it's going to be 4? He says, I don't know. He says, well, we'll go to 4. AUSA says, I'll rebook. They break. They're back. Donaldson says, nice coat. So we're seeing this. He's trying to flirt with the gay dude. Shit, this is the job. Nash says, thank you, bitch. And then Donaldson says, what size is it? The gay nigga says, it's not your size. Holy. This is how Diddy take niggas shopping. Pause. Nash says, Donaldson says, right answer. Was Mr. Combs the final decision maker? Nash says, no. Some of them looks were terrible. Donaldson says, so you're friends with Mrs. Fine, huh? Yes. Donaldson says, when was the last time you spoke with Banner? Nash says, yesterday. Donaldson says, not about your testimony though, right? Nash says, right. She saw it on the news. Donaldson says, when would you speak with Cassie? Or when did you speak with Cassie? Says, yesterday. I congratulated her on having the baby. So now it's on the record that Cassie had a baby yesterday. Donaldson says, you saw her take drugs? Nash says, cocaine, ecstasy, MDMA. Donaldson says, mushroom and acids too, right? Nash says, I ain't privy to all of that shit. Donaldson says, not to get in your business, but have you used cocaine? Nash says, yes. Donaldson says, you smoked pot before, right? Before meeting prosecutors, right? Nash says, mm-hmm. And Marine cut it short. Donaldson says, you told her you were high? I told her I was smoking. Donaldson says, making a video costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Nash says, not necessarily. Donaldson then says, who's Mia? That was Puff's assistant. Donaldson says, you and Mia jumped on Combs to protect Cassie from him, right? Nash says, and to protect him from doing something worse. Donaldson then says, and D-Rock trying to protect you and not protect Combs? He says, yes. Judge says, we're at 4 p.m. The jury leaves. The judge says, who are the witnesses after Mia? AUSA says, we think she will go long, but after her, Enrique Santos. Judge says, after today, Mr. Agnifilo, can you give your exhibits by 5? Agnifilo says, we'll get back to the office by then, okay? So basically, they want exhibits by the next day, the day before by 5, okay, that they could either review or add it to the evidentiary shit that could go over overnight. Agnifilo says, we think, Your Honor, could you let us meet with Mr. Combs and blah, 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 here in the courthouse under your Article 3 powers. We'd like SIF every night until 10 o'clock. Wow, okay. With lawyers, they're still arguing about the time. There's a court art. Okay. So they're trying to keep Diddy at the court longer. And let me see. What is Judge's Article 3 powers? I want to see what that is. Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution establishes judicial branch, defines the powers of federal blah, blah. It invests the judicial power in the Supreme Court and lower courts created by Congress, giving them jurisdiction over various cases like those arising blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Okay, and then there's a problem. So look like they just have. So Article 3 gives them power that they could probably dictate what, you know, the Bureau of Prisons or U.S. Marshals or whoever has to listen to the judge. Okay, cool. All right, they adjourn. AUSA says, we're still ahead of schedule. We may even cut some witnesses. I think we'll rest in less than 6 weeks. We'd like to, in the second week of June, we might bleed into a third week. The judge says, I look at the request to charge. Okay, bet. That's the adjournment, people. That's the adjournment. We're now at the end of day 11. Day 11. And let me just play this. I do got to take a piss real quick. I ain't gonna cap.
By her hair and by her shirt for whatever reason. He was mad at her. I don't know the exact reason, but he grabbed her by the hair and by the shirt, and he...
I still don't know how to see we got a sex trafficking ring. He basically getting a RICO. I don't see whether they can charge him with that. I don't know. I might be tripping. I don't see why they can charge him with this. Now, if they was charging him for beating bitches up, then he should be there, but that's not what they charge him for.
Said, get the hell out of my house or get the F out of my house to Cassie after this argument. And then he did the same thing to Deontay, but Deontay said he kind of popped him in the head a little bit and said, you know, get out of my house before pushing him out. Now, Deontay said when he did this, Cassie was kind of still in the house, but like by the door. So
and then another thing, if this nigga's so dangerous, why are these niggas still alive? If he out here blowing up cars, why he don't just kill niggas?
Deontay said he left the apartment. He goes to the valet to get his car, but he sees Diddy's security there. And again, I don't know what this fight is about. He didn't say what the fight was about. It was just they were cooking and Diddy feel safe.
That charge, but it got to be done. By the way, my hip hop. The whole audience is gassing that up. Like, y'all are putting those clips up too. Then y'all talk about it for the next 3 weeks about one nigga ain't go outside and how the other nigga was about it. So now you know what the other nigga got to think? All right, next time a nigga try to play with me, I'm outside immediately. I got to run this fade. So, bro, you're kind of like cannibalizing your own host. You're telling them what they got to do.
This guy has the coolest helmet in the world. After constantly getting fined for riding without one, he decided that if he had to wear a helmet, it might as well be something stylish. So he put his creativity and made an exact replica of the helmet Tony Stark wears in Iron Man movie. This guy has the
Since we talking about Diddy, man.
I'm ready for 2020. I'm about to get dressed. Come on a journey of
And the lab baguette all AP. We got the Richard Mill, all baguettes.
I'm gonna do this when I get back from the party. You know what I'm saying?
Switch
but
off.
this is switch.
We
it
started
off.
off with this. That's the ball drop watch.
Ball drop watch.
Okay.
Ball drop watch with this.
The pinky ring.
Yeah, this is the one that you've been telling me about.
I got a video
The
dropping
picture,
about-
the clarity on this.
All VVS's.
Yeah.
Invisible setting.
Now y'all know when Diddy start putting them diamonds back on, that he really back, right?
You gonna have to let me know which bracelet you rocking with.
Man, I may rock all them motherfuckers.
Alright, so we gonna put both of them.
It's 2020. We going all the way. So y'all, the countdown has begun. We're working on.
We're gonna be back.
I was looking for the new pen that he had got. For his birthday. There we go.
Yeah, somebody put this song. That's his son. Yeah. Let's go up.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Poppy. Yeah, somebody put. Let's go up. Happy birthday.
Carisha gifts Diddy a chain for his 53rd birthday.
Let's go up. Happy birthday.
Get buff, so it's just always something, guys. With this car, I don't gotta worry about nothing. I can walk around this car all day, any day of the week, and you're not gonna see one scratch or swirl. And I'm gonna show y'all when I get out, because I got this whole car PPF, so that's like super important, man. But they just be charging, man. Most people, I ain't gonna lie, for the quality guys to get a good quality PPF and the whole car PPF, you know what I'm saying, to pick up the other thing. But the bad news is we not taking that. But tell them, this whole car PPF, you can't see one swirl. It don't even matter what he do over there when he wash them. Right? Yeah. Show me a swirl and I'll give you $1,000.
They home back at home. They start talking about Mexico. They start talking about their background.
Damn.
They get all in conversation.
Oof. Hey, how long you got on this one?
Like an hour and a half.
Yep, you fired.
That side you're filming is good. The other side's doing some work.
I don't know, man. I think I'm going with this one right now.
The parking brake wouldn't come off, and then I put the console in and kind of did. But then I had to put everything on.
Probably saved you some money from doing something. You heard me? Hot. It's perfect outside. Top down weather, fool.
Yeah, top down weather.
Yeah, bring your dunk out. So that's how you imagine tomorrow when we at the track. Wait, this at the track, right? Yeah. Y'all better get a white beater tank top.
Perfect. Right there. I wouldn't even pull up next to it. Hell yeah. Cameraman, move it. Ooh, right there, look at that. Doors up. Yeah, look at that. 2 times. That's hard right there.
He wanna sponsor my ad bag, double R black bag, time for a black tag.
When this creator decided to fuse legendary superheroes together, the results were absolutely insane. First up, Wolverine merged with Batman, creating the ultimate Dark Knight with razor-sharp claws and unmatched stealth. But what came next? Even more mind-blowing. I'll show you the video in a second, but first, hit like and subscribe within 3 seconds for some good vibes coming your way tomorrow. Ready? 3, 2, 1... Now check this out. Thor combined with the Flash, forming a lightning-speed god who strikes faster than the eye can see. Then Hulk fused with Venom, creating an unstoppable monster with brute strength and symbiote rage. But we're not done yet. Spider-Man merged with Green Arrow, blending web-slinging agility with precision archery. And finally, Captain America fused with the Joker, turning the symbol of justice into an unpredictable wildcard. Which fusion is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. When this creator decided to fuse
What's the... A natural, GIA certified 60 carat yellow diamond. 60 carat? 60. Yeah. 60. Come on now, look at this. What's up, cuz? Come on. That is incredible. Not. Yeah. That is not. So this is 5 million. Okay? Then I got this. This is more of a workmanship. So the center stone here is 8 carats. Look at the subtle graduation. Emerald cuts. So you went from 8 to 775 to 750 to 725 to 6.5. You graduated, and we graduated it this way as well. Come on now, look at that. This took 6 months to put together and match the stone. You can go into the finest stores in the world and you won't see stuff like this. You see the colors in this thing? Look at this. You see the colors for real? You put this in the window, somebody walks by, they're like, oh, I love it. Somebody will walk by and give you $5 million for this. Yeah, it happens. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What you want for this? This I'll do for $8 million. It happens. Yeah. From firsthand, I'm telling you, it happens. You know why? Look at all the jewelers, look at all the places. Have you ever seen anything like this? That's like a bangle on, like, I don't know. There's the bangle of bangles. On creatine. And that's what the people say. They've never seen anything like this before. Look at him. Yeah. Muscle sign. Muscle. Look at this. So this isn't just your average tennis necklace. Every diamond here is 3 carats. Man. Every diamond is DEF, flawless to VS2. Everything is a triple excellent GIA certified laser. 3 carat each. So come on, man. So before we even give them a price, when you look at this, right? And then when you look at your favorite rapper's neck and you realize that ain't no way in the hell he could be wearing something like this.
Niggas turning on Vince McMahon right now, man. Breaking news, man. John Lauder Knight is no longer a part of the lawsuit, and he not getting sued, but in turn, he's on the defense team against Vince McMahon. Crazy, man. Crazy. Damn, they trying to take out Vince, man. Fuck it. Guess I'll get back on in a few, man. What we got here, man? Yep. What you do? Yep. Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't hear you no more, cuz. What you say? Yeah. Eight in the morning? Oh, 8 at night. Okay, that'll be cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Yeah. Shit, normal people just they'll be having like, you know what I mean, the day before, get the information the day before.
That's what I was trying to kind of say earlier. Like, shit different now. Like, back in the day, like, it's the same, but it ain't. Like, back in the day, you had 1,000 people trying to do videos too. But they were doing a lot of shit, though. They was just going to shoot videos. They were shooting videos all the time. And then they had like 10 other things they was doing. So somebody might be busy, but they might have time in between. The rappers these days, because they took their craft somewhat serious, you know, so they was getting a lot of videos, but they was also putting out all type of content on just random McDonald's strips or whatever. Just stuff to sleep around, performing the people around me. They was putting out videos, but they was recording a lot of songs. They was recording a lot of this regular footage. So it wasn't just videos. The difference with these rappers today, they don't really care about all the extra shit. They just pay for the videos and just pay for another video and just pay for another video and just pay for another video and just pay for another video. Like, it ain't no extra all type of random footage. It's just a bunch of quick videos. So you even more busy, I guess, because people just spending money just for the video now. It ain't like shoot a video, now I gotta go shoot this documentary, then I gotta go over here and perform. These niggas shooting videos, that's it. So dude probably really is that busy. It's good commercial. People ain't really doing too much. They just paying for the video, that's it. So he might be a little bit more busy.
Yeah, he ain't busy, kid.
And then niggas won't do them while they gun videos necessarily. Like they was if the person ain't have a lot of ideas. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, that shit, I don't care what day it is, that shit unprofessional. But it is what it is, man. As long as he got back with you, man. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Doing videos in Richmond, you not gonna like record videos, bro. I don't think so.
Yeah, man.
Because it's not. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Every time they show cuts of Richmond music, they never show the good music. They always show bullshit track shape. So whoever like puts out the footage for
No,
Richard,
I mean, I don't be seeing niggas for real. Only a few niggas I see. You know what I mean? But I don't be seeing niggas shit for real.
but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like back in the day when I was performing making music, you would see people like you would see their work all over the place. Nowadays, you only see these videos on the videographer page.
Yeah, but you gotta. The thing is, you gotta follow these people to see them. I don't be following none of them. Even back then, I ain't following none of them niggas, man. Except for a handful. You know what I mean? So I ain't seen none of these shit.
That's the difference I'm trying to have versus them. That's why I keep talking about promotion and shit because you did have to follow these people to see all this stuff. I don't want somebody to have to follow me to see all this stuff.
But how the fuck they gonna see if they don't follow you, Pep?
No. What I'm saying is following is just one way I want them to see it.
Okay.
That's just one.
Okay. What's the other
But I
way
want
to
them,
see it?
I want them to stumble upon me too. And that's what I guess what I'm trying to tell you. I know I don't need TikTok. I know I don't need it, but I want them to follow me. But I want random people who don't know me, who don't follow me, to just see me too.
Right.
And I ain't talking about just because somebody shared it. I'm talking about because I'm promoting all different kind of ways. So yes, I do want random TikTok reels. That's necessary, bro. And the reason why it's necessary, I'm on TikTok every day. I scroll more than the average person. Like I have nothing to do, so I scroll. And just the random pop up of a situation, it's not a music video. Like I've seen people who did like you said, they took the music video, they just chopped a piece of it off, put some effects on that, put it on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. But that captures me, bro. Like it's no denying it. Like I'm ready for the video. It's, I mean, like you have to have these things. Like just black and white, put the video out, put the song out. I've never liked that. You gotta have some anticipation. Period. You have to.
But who's anticipating it?
I don't even know what kind of question that is.
What? That's what I'm just trying to figure out. Who you saying you gotta have anticipation, but if nobody knows,
bro, that's what this shit is for. They don't know. They see this, then they get curious.
Oh, okay.
Like common sense,
That's not common sense, man. The only way to do it is you use the way you gonna do it, man. That's the way to do it. The way you gonna do it. You right.
Y'all gotta stop thinking outside the box.
Nah, I be thinking outside the box. You tell me. I don't even know. The thing is, I'm not too sure. I know what you're saying. I'm just not too sure you saying like, cause you saying just putting the video out and the song out.
That's
that's
7 to 10 years ago. That's all.
So you just gonna put the music video out, and then after you put the music video out, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Oh, that's your plan. You will just put the video out and then figure out what you're gonna do. That's not my plan. That's what I'm telling you.
No, that's why I'm asking you. What is the plan?
No, that's not what I'm gonna do.
So what's the plan? Is what I'm asking you.
The plan is to do the video and then tease them with it before I drop it. I don't understand why you act like you've never seen that before.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm struggling on where you can't comprehend.
Because you were saying that you weren't gonna put the song out either though. You was just gonna put the video out, but you're not gonna put the song out.
No. So what it is because you've been doing this for so long, you know every compartment that goes to this field, and I don't. So because you already know what to do, you're mentally moving fast, and it's like a normal conversation to you. I hear everything you're saying, but to me, it's more compartmentalized. So putting the song out for me, when you say that, has nothing to do with it. It does, but it don't. So that's a whole other conversation. That streams and me getting my paperwork right and all that stuff to me. That's me on all platforms and all. That's a whole other worksheet that I got to do.
No, okay.
that's a whole nother task in itself to me. That goes with all type of other stuff. Putting the song out ain't just me. Putting the song out wouldn't be just me putting the video out. I mean, but if you talking about putting the song out first, that's just not putting the song out because I'm putting the video out. Because in order for me to put it on TikTok, I have to put it on platforms. That's from what you told me.
Yeah, to actually take the song.
Yeah, so that ain't got nothing to do with the video and me just chilling. I gotta do all my paperwork. That's what you're saying. Initially.
Right. And all you gotta do is just upload the song. That's it.
Upload the song to what?
You just go to distrokid.com, make an account, and you'll be able to upload your song. Or you can go to, you gotta pay DistroKid. I think DistroKid.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said that's not just, that's a whole nother worksheet.
All you gotta do is pay $20 and that's it, and you get it.
No.
Or you can go to United Message, you ain't gotta pay shit.
I'm just saying, I had these things compartmentalized in my mind. You're just merging them all together because you know what need to be done, that's all.
Right.
So that's why I be like, I'm really smart 2 steps ahead of everybody, but it take me longer to tell y'all. I got 1,000 thoughts, but I know I gotta put the song out. It's not that I won't, it's just that's not part of the same conversation as a music video to me. That's 2 different worksheets.
Okay.
Because to me, in my head, so it's me knowing I gotta shoot the video, but then me also knowing after I shoot the video, that part stopped. Now I have to sit at a table and pay for this and worry about putting the song out and streams and all that stuff. That all ties into just the regular paperwork and me and get my name trademarked and all this. I mean, even though I'm making it more difficult right now, I know what you're saying. It's just like, put the song out. I guess in my head, I was thinking about in order to put the song out, I would have to sit down, put it on all platforms, which if I would do that, I would have to do the little paperwork shit you were saying. I mean, spend probably about $150, $200 for everything. I'm guessing. I mean,
I don't know where you get all that money from, Kev.
I put extra money on it.
Yeah, you put a lot of extra money. You just need $20, $30, man, and you can put the song out, Kev. That's it, man.
On all platforms.
On every platform, man.
So basically, you said $30 for DistroKid, don't miss it.
Yeah, you just upload the video and it's going everywhere.
That's basically that's what I've been trying to basically tell you when it comes to chord, when it comes to all these things. All these years, you can't tell a chord. I'm about to start being real honest with y'all. I'm going to start having an attitude. I'm about to start being honest with y'all. I know you cannot tell a judge, hey, I just didn't have a sports for 15 years. I didn't necessarily know what to do with it. Blah, 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 blah. So now what I know is it's not like I've been just sitting back. I've just been overthinking for years.
Right.
And I can't. So, but initially, if you're not an overthinker, then you don't know. So what overthinking does is it put unnecessary emotion in your mind. Like you're not scared to make these moves, but for some reason you just feel like, or I guess for somebody who feel like they've seen themselves make certain mistakes, so now I just take way longer to think shit out. So in my head, I've always listened to everybody else's advice when it came to this DistroKid shit, CD Baby. I've heard so many different advices. That's where that 200 came from. I've heard something similar to that, just doing multiple things. So, at the end of the day, though, I know I go back and shit. So that's why I do listen to other people. Because I would have, just like I said, that's a whole nother worksheet. You're like, nah, that's just $30. No more than this. That's just because I've been listening to so many different mouths. You feel me?
Right.
Different verses. But at the end of the day, I didn't know it was just as simple. I thought you had to upload I thought you had to upload the song on each platform individually.
No, you upload the song to DistroKid and they upload the songs.
See, that's why I never did it. Because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to sit there and upload this one song on 7 different platforms.
Nah, man. Hell no.
See what I'm saying? So I wasted years just on thinking or not knowing,
Right.
or actually not knowing, but just overthinking.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you. That's basically it. Overthinking. I mean, I used to overthink, but I just started doing. Fuck it, and I ain't even thinking about it. Just do that, but see what happens. Shit. Shit.
Well, nah, I'm like this for a reason. Our house was so chaotic.
Yeah.
So, which is cool, right? Like, other people go, yeah, but when it's chaotic and you never have an adult sit down and explain why, you just, I've spent my whole life just trying to figure out what's going on, and nobody ever like telling you. So I've been overthinking my whole life because nobody ever tell me what's going on. You feel me? So it's like I've seen like I've seen shit like
Right.
my mom died of cancer. She laid on the floor in her wheelchair, and then I ever sat down and explained what the fuck's going on. So you just tense for no reason. You go to sleep and wake up, but you never get an answer.
Right. I got you.
So that's why I'm like it. You feel me? And then, like, you just don't realize how it affects you until you get older.
For sure, man.
So, anyways, but anyways, my point was, that's what I'm doing this year. It's not about just going cool. It's not about just music or whatever. It's about, a little earlier when I told you, I ain't trying to stress about shit for I ain't trying to overthink it. That's just what it is. I'm not overthinking that no more. So, that's why I'm doing all the things. So I stopped overthinking. And I realized like I wasted a lot of years just fighting my motherfuckers. So I don't know, just do shit. I also realized my nigga, I ain't live life yet.
Yeah, man. Go
I
ahead.
ain't gonna lie to you. That's I think was bothering me more than anything. I ain't live life yet. So when I turned 36, I said, alright, bro.
Right.
All these little fake ass plans you got your head, I think it's need to do something right now, man. So
For sure, man.
that's what this video symbolizes. And it ain't just a video, it's just me stop overthinking, just doing this shit. But anyways, bro, this is clock. Oh shit. So, and judging by today, because I paid attention when it turned 8 o'clock and it was not dark, which is cool, I'm not complaining. It's turning dark, so it's gonna still be nice. It's gonna be a little like I said. I fuck around. You know, man, I'm late, be 30 minutes late.
Say it again?
I said, she never know that nigga could be 30 minutes late.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a
So
fact.
I really ain't even coming home with expectations. So what I did was just for some assurance, I didn't give him that address yet. So he gotta hit me up to ask for the address.
For sure.
I don't want to give him that address and then just don't hear from him until he pop up whenever the fuck he wants to because he got the address.
Yeah, that's
so
a fact.
I ain't giving him the address. He got to hit me up so then at least when he hit me up, I know he's serious. I know he on the way.
Right. Yeah, shit.
But any motherfucking way, so.
That part.
Yeah, man.
You ready?
Showing the vibe, my boy. Said I'm ready.
Yeah, man.
I low-key been sitting here today thinking about that. So this is my answer. Do I feel 100% ready? No. But am I 100% ready? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think the more I overthink it, I won't be with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I just go out there and just be me and do what I know I'm going to do, I'll be more fun than anything. If I just improv, I'll just be me. Don't even
Right.
So I'm not even trying to think, just be, fucking, show the world that I know you, so, and showing the world that I know you in this video, we should have no problems, so let it be organic, If a nigga feel like they're silly, be silly. I'm trying to act out everything I'm saying, because obviously, we're gonna be in a carport, so we're not gonna be able to act out everything, but I'm trying to definitely figure out how to incorporate a $7 t-shirt in a video, if I don't have it on.
For sure.
I might have to have it on. Or else, that's where the scene shit fucks me up, because I was thinking about starting a video off at the grocery store, and you call me and I'm buying a t-shirt. But that's two scenes, so.
Yeah, that's two scenes, yeah.
I feel like, boy, really mean what you said, or one scene, if we hear, once we tell, if we bring bird to the car for that's it.
That's most likely what it means. You know what I mean?
That's what the fuck you
mean. That's what the fuck you mean. But I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? For the price, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't be really for the price.
Nah, we're just trying to figure out if you're a down to earth person. If it's a down to earth person, you fuck with what you doing, then they might, it just happens. But if he didn't fuck with the music, he probably tell her to fuck up.
I mean, that nigga might just say Harry fuck up even if he is down there, because it's like if he really shooting all these videos, you know what I mean? It's like shit, he might have somewhere to be the next album, but it don't seem like he do that, so I don't know.
I had already planned on not putting him through that this time. That's why I kind of linked up with you. I'm trying to rush myself. I ain't even trying to. You feel me? Like I'm trying to get it done myself in an hour. I ain't even trying to be doing it all day.
Okay.
Like I ain't even trying to be playing with it. This ain't a studio session. I'm like, run it back.
Right.
I ain't doing all that. Like, it's gonna be some parts I don't like, but I'm rocking with whatever. This was basically $100 rough draft.
Right.
And on top of it, when we get to look at it before we put it out, so I ain't sure. So I was just trying to practice this conversation a little bit more than I was supposed to have.
Okay. You said what? No. Because you stopped. You just ain't say nothing up.
I was thinking, for real. As far as the conversation, because for me, you could just have a random conversation. We ain't really got to script it, but I'm just trying to make sure I know the direction of the conversation, because it could be like we spoke earlier. Basically, I definitely want the vibe in there.
Yeah, I could be like, niggas don't be thinking, you know what I mean? Niggas don't be thinking we spit around here, man. Or pause, that was crazy, but you know.
No. You don't say it, don't even make it about
niggas don't.
Necessarily rapping. I want to, because basically you kind of giving away the surprise. This is supposed to just be the combo. That's why I said specifically, beat me at the spot. It's supposed to be like, they supposed to be like, what the fuck going on? When you say that, they're going to be like, oh, it's got to be some rapping shit. Even though they know it's a music video, I only wanted to allude what's about to happen. So don't even mention rapping or nothing. I really want you to be like, I'm going to answer the phone. And you be like, hello, you be like, you sound like you, it really depends. Because I really thought I was waking up in my room this whole time, so I got my thought process up. But no matter what I'm doing, you definitely gonna be like, bro, you sound like, basically, to keep it simple, I just want you to be like, yeah, man, you ready for the day? You know what I mean? You done playing games? Basically, you ain't even gotta get the details. Just be like, yeah, man, what to do? You knew today, right? You know what I mean? It's time to let the world know. You know what I mean? What we've been working on, man. So, you know what I mean? Just basically, you talking to me, but you're talk to the world at the same time, like, man. So you basically gonna call them like, yeah, man. You ready for, for today's the day, or basically, however you want to word it. The vibe is that we've been working on something, and today's the day. You know what I'm saying? So as far as you being my manager, you basically calling me to let me know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Brush your teeth, button up your shirt straight, man. After this, there's no more games, but you know what I mean?
Right, but if we can't be, if we gotta do it in that one scene, and he be like, hey, it's not a phone, but look, I got you. If we gotta do it in one scene and can't do a phone call, we can be at the steps because there's a stairway right.
You mean one scene, that means you don't think he's like once he starts rolling?
Yeah, because where we gonna go? Because we have to go in separate locations to be talking on the phone. We can't be in the same.
We can be right beside each other. You can be in one car and I can be in another car. Right beside each other.
Okay.
Or you could be in a car and I could be standing outside the car. Like, but I think we should definitely just do how I just said. You be in your car and I'll be in my car. Because I'm thinking you were the whole time. I'm thinking, that's still two scenes because you somewhere else. So somebody can be in the you could be in your car and I could be. We could do it like that, bro. You can be You can be. No, this is what it is. He gonna record you talking in the elevator. So, alright, so I think I got one scene confused. I'm thinking your apartment complex is the one scene, but that ain't one scene. If he has to go somewhere else outside that car, John, that's considered two scenes, huh?
I'm gonna just assume that. It could be wrong, but I'm gonna just assume that. You know what I mean?
Like if you're in the carport, you can't go down onto the stairs.
Right. So that's why I was like, I mean, if we can do it that way, if he do it that way, but if not, we can. It's a stairway on at the top of the motherfucker, it's a stairway on each floor. So we go in the stairway because that's not the. And we'll just be coming out there.
When you go to the rooftop, right?
Right.
How much lights do you see in the back? Or how much lights from other buildings do you see?
It ain't that many buildings around, so whatever's behind there, you'll see the light. Like, you see some of you don't really see the city like that. Like, you talking about like the city lights?
Yeah, I see. The first thing I see.
I don't even remember. I have to go up there in a little bit, man. See.
Well, you can, but I'm pretty sure by the time I shoot the video, because me and you go, before he actually get there, me and you probably gonna walk around one more time and confirm our spot, just in case it's, we pick one up, because the rooftop in the daytime, couldn't really get a vibe, and it was people walking around. But I just feel like, well, I keep saying the parking garage. I forgot we went to the parking garage across the street. So 9 times out of 10, that's always gonna be dead as empty.
Right. So yeah.
I just don't want to motherfucker have the conversation stand in our parking lot, and then after the conversation, how do we link up? Just walk together.
Yeah, but that's what I was about to tell you. Like, that's what I was trying to tell you. Like, at the top of the jet, the way that the staircase is on the top of the jet, it's like basically like an entrance type shit. So you know how niggas walk out for like if you performing or if like wrestlers. Yeah. So and I can. Right. So it's like walking through the curtain. Yo, you ready for this? You know what I mean? You ready to show, you know what I mean? Since you saying ready to show niggas what you've been working on, you ready to show people what you've been working on, and then we'll walk through there, and there you go. It's like an entrance, you know what I mean? It's like a motherfucking entrance. Yeah, man.
So you talking about basically cutting that phone part out?
Yeah, if he don't want to do like if he say that's nah, you can't. You know what I mean? If he say,
The only reason I didn't physically ask him yet, because I feel like the moment you ask him, that's the moment they're gonna start thinking about it just being like, oh, it's supposed to try to be difficult. Yeah. Once the moment you start talking like that, they're gonna be like, oh, he trying to do 3 scenes in 1 place.
yeah, but when you and also when you do like that stuff, you gotta make sure it's you know what I mean. It look good and all that shit. Like you want it to be. You want it to be right, you know what I mean? And we don't know if it's a quick running gun video. We don't want to do too much of it. And then he be like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason I edit the phone scene is because if we did have a phone scene, or if I would have thought about this ahead of time, I would have had you talking on the song at the beginning or something.
Yeah.
You feel me? Then we could have just popped out the car together. You could be like, you ready? Whatever you said on the song, because you're not on the song, I don't want you to just up here in the video. I want them to hear you. You know what I'm saying? I want an introduction. I want you speaking, but you're not on the song.
Right.
So I had to add some kind of improv in the beginning there, so people would. That was just how I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? But this was before, obviously. I knew it was one scene.
Right.
Fuck me up with that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's like you know what I mean? You coming out, you know what I mean? Like you about to hit the stage, you getting the prep out before you get to hit the stage and shit, you know? Type shit.
We had some steps.
No, we wouldn't be on. I was thinking at the top of the J. You know what I mean? It's like you top of the world as soon as you come out.
I guess I can visualize it. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, man.
But don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, the video will be fired no matter where it is.
That's a fact.
So that's why I looked at it. I'm really not 100% sure. It's just I had this plan of you giving me that little speech and then me meeting you at the spot and then me showing the world what I got.
Right.
But at the same time, reality might be ready to show what the fuck a running back video really is. I might not know for he might be ready to show me. That shit might be quicker than I think. Once that nigga start the clock, 30 minutes.
30 motherfucking minutes, yeah.
30 minutes on the but I know why he do it though. He do it so it makes you want to offer another $50 or
yeah, that too, but it's a quick little $100, man. You know what I mean? Quick 100.
Well, this is what I'm hoping not to happen. I'm hoping that he just fuck with the movement and want to work with us just because he fuck with the movement.
Yeah, that sounds good, but man, that nigga ain't no engineer, nigga. That nigga goddamn videographer. He like all the songs.
That's a fact. That's why I'm tripping on bros. I didn't hear the song. Yeah, I've heard their videos. Them niggas straight trappers.
Man, so.
You want to hear my songs, but I would say this. I said the song that nigga said. He only wanted. I was only supposed to say one. I said it 3, just before we get around. But I said I sent you 3. He said I only did 2, meaning he heard 2 songs and wanted 2. He did the 3rd one.
Right, maybe.
So I sent him the 3rd one. And all he said was when you found shooting. He didn't say nothing else.
Right. I don't understand why you needed to send him a song beforehand, but it's all good. It don't make a difference. Yeah, it don't make no motherfucking difference. Man.
I think he missed the teeth in the front.
I mean, he's smoking, boy. Unless he got him knocked out. If he ain't get him knocked out, he's smoking, man. He said he do look different. Oh yeah, he getting hot then, man. Yeah, he getting hot. So if he getting hot, it is what it is. He might fuck around and start getting hot and do videos for 50. Hey man. Nah, he might not be. He might just got his teeth knocked out. So. Hey, that's possible. Niggas be having big ass guns in motherfucking video and shit. Yeah, make niggas be shooting guns in the video too, goddamn. A few. Right, right.
I'm gonna keep it a band. We can all. You're right. We don't necessarily have to be on the phone.
Yeah, no, you ain't gonna be on the phone.
What we can do is. Alright, so let's start that out. Hold on, Jake.
Y'all know I be knowing what I'm talking about. You said what?
You might have to talk to time. We might just show your face. I guess I had higher expectations for the show, but we can't do the phone call. It's gonna have to be an elevation. You know what I mean? But I was thinking about the elevator warfare with picking up smartphones. I might be overthinking it, but I do fuck with your still side of it. I was just always busy. But
Oh yeah. I mean, at nighttime it's not busy at all. At nighttime, like so, like any of those areas, like the Woodlawn, like over there with the Pink Place and shit, all that shit, it's not busy at all over there. Yeah. Like they got a little area right there too with the park, like, but it's not really a park, but.
is there any little alleys over there around?
Quick little what?
Alleys.
By the Chipotle is kind of like by the Chipotle. It's not an alley, it's a roadway, but it's a abandoned building over there behind the Chipotle. Let's see, what else? It can be alley vibes on that side. If you walk down the street, man, you never know what the fuck you might see. You walk down the street. That's what I say. If it don't rain, that across the street if it don't rain across the street, it'll be good. You know what I mean? Across the street. Too.
We should not even plan for our session for one. Because I don't even want to be out for today about even potentially be outside.
Right. I mean, we got the garage, though, like the garage part, so that's not in the rain. But if it don't rain, you got the cross the street with all this shit. You know what I mean? That look a little rough over there. So I mean, that's kind of good. It used to have painted buildings, but niggas brought this shit and they knocked them buildings down. So they ain't got that no more. The Popeyes used to had none but graffiti on it, but they fixed that up and turned it into Popeye. So.
All I know is Harlem Garage on this side. It has more areas, but it got a one seat field because they all are literally like we was by the elevator, we decided to step 2 steps to the right, 2 steps. It would be better if we literally look like a house on the same. But if we walk, we can go anywhere else. And it's just hard to say like we did go across the
Okay.
So I'm just trying to make sure, because where we touch our feet at, that's where we start at. I mean, so I figure the best of all worlds, if we do it inside, if it's not that busy, for one very important things, I ain't gotta worry about being in the island. Let's just not be out of something.
And the jank downstairs, the jank downstairs got the fence behind it. Yeah. The first floor, it got a fence right there behind it. It's not even the stairs, but before you get like with a handicap, you know, before we walk through the door and shit, like I'll show you when you get here. But it got a fence right there. Right.
Keep it moving.
For sure.
Just keep her out of the range.
Yeah, for sure. What the fuck is this nigga eating chicken like this, man? Oh. That nigga eating the wing off the chicken, the fucking, the part that ain't got no meat on. That nigga eat the bone and everything.
That's what I realized, bro. I go over there all the day, you know, internet and all that shit. And 10 years ago, people been looking crazy. All that shit. The nigga fuck with chicken with one hand came out. That was my sign right there.
Right. Yeah, my boy, Real Jury come and made a chain for that nigga. Yeah, I think they made a pendant for that nigga. Yeah.
What kind of pendant you got, bro?
Yeah, the same pendants I've been here, nigga.
I remember asking, bro, like, you said I got some monkey or something. Trying to figure out.
Oh, the monkey chain? I think I got a regular, but that thing's small, it ain't big. Yeah, that thing really ain't big.
Alright, you're supposed to have French cheese piece already, bro.
I got it for you, just got my name on it.
That's crazy word.
Yeah, just got my name on it, but...
Say cheese on French cheese.
It's the cartoon jack. Yeah, it's like Jesus on the top on the bill, and then they got the fucking Dexter and the fucking Dexter brain on that bill. And it say string greens at the bottom. And it say catch me when the moon's all on the side of that bill.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that. The Warner Brothers movie I had in my head.
Yeah, you had a Warner Brothers movie in your head, man. No, it ain't. Yeah, that's the truth too. That's the truth. Wow.
But then, for real, another time, as long as we get attention to stuff aside, I didn't really want to see it, man. That's why the videos on shit cold, because then people literally, like me, understand that shit and not move. But the people couldn't move. That's terrible. He got my knees standing on one spot. I ain't about to do it like that.
You don't know, dude.
I don't just headlights like
Look at that.
But what I'm saying is we can't just be standing in the middle of the garage. So you got out the car. We gotta be like trying to headlights. I can have my car. I have lights on. I have your car. I have lights on. Or for so that I keep out of mind. It's not even about the car. It's just I don't want stuff to go for us just stay in the park with us, driving around. That's just
Man, told you one scene, we was on the video of it. Nah, it's not about being creative. I think what it is. No, I'm saying you think it's not being creative because that's all you've seen is just staying in the internet, Jack, man. The whole point of this is the song. That's number one. Number two, the whole point when you say not being creative, the background is supposed to be creative. That's supposed to give you the creativity. But when I said the man said one scene, you're saying you don't want to start it off. You don't want to start off in the parking garage, right? So if you all right, that's what I heard. That's just what I heard. So how do you do that? How do you? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If you're not performing, like when the camera come on, you gonna stand there. You don't want to just stand there, is what you're saying, right? No, we not. I think you just that's the problem. You're not listening to me. Man, you just don't be paying attention, man. That's all, man. You gotta pay attention to the man. That's lazy work.
We're gonna hop on Benz and that's where they're gonna start. Simple. Yeah. You're not here, so that's what we're not just gonna be standing over. We're gonna hop in out of something. We're gonna go on the phone conversation. There has to be an interval before the beat drops. It's not you just standing there because that's one scene and that's creative.
And you might say that. I told you what we could do. If you don't want to do the phone conversation, what we could do, but you know. But you don't listen. Like I said, you don't be listening. Yeah, he can record that shit before the song come on. It's just being recorded of us talking before the song come on. And then when you walk to the destination, that's what I'm saying. You don't pay attention, man. Look at that. You wouldn't have pissed me off, man. I'm just saying. I'm gonna use this phone. I'm gonna make sure this phone charged. To stream out there. I said I'm gonna use this phone to stream. I'm gonna record it too. I'm gonna put it on. No, I'm talking about tomorrow. I'm gonna use my phone to stream, and I'm gonna use the camera to record too. We gotta do turn on camera, but you might have to turn the light on though. You might need a light. Hopefully you bring a light. You know what I mean? If not, I got one. Hopefully you bring a light. Nah, I ain't got no red bulb. I might have a filter somewhere. I have to look and see if I got filters. Yeah, they go on top of the bulb. I mean, he might have that. Actually, he got a red filter to go on the light. He might shit, give me videography. That's what they supposed to. That's the kind of shit they should have. Yeah, he might have one of those small little portable things that change colors too. Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's these new lights. Most of them are like these little tube lights, and they change colors like that. And you know how you put the strip on the wall, it change colors like that. But you can just change the solid colors and shit. But it's brighter than the little shits on the wall. Nah. Yeah. No, it's not the bulb. You need the filter. I had to Google it and send it to you. Yeah, you put it over the light. Yep. I don't even know. Let me see. Amazon. Hold on, let me find it. Anybody? All I see is Amazon right now. They might have it at Office Depot. Office Max or something. That's across the street. Whatever one, Staples, Office Max, one of them across the street. So. But all I'm seeing is what's his name? He should have this. That's just camera shit. You might be able to make your own shit. You might be able to make your own. Get some transfer paper. So yeah, maybe. Yeah, all you have to do is edit it down. All you use is a camera. Yeah. Camera and CapCut. Just make it. I mean, once you edit a video, I guess it's like simple to you. You know what I mean? It's just nothing. But some, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna put heavy. It's not gonna be heavy effects on that bitch. So it's just, you know what I mean? You just don't. You probably ask for one or two effects. He gonna have to put he gonna have to put some type of transitions in there. You know what I mean? It can't just be a flat out video. But he gotta put transitions. So. Yeah. So. I'm just thinking. I ain't thinking about the wife, but what do you are? I'm just trying to spice up a little bit. Oh. But yeah. I ain't doing too much dance. I'm moving further behind or not. But the kind of song it is. Yeah. What do you mean? It's just two people. You can meet and shut it down. Why would it? Nah, man. Shit, just us two, man. Shit, man. You turn the music on. Shit, it's 30 minutes of shit. Shucking and jiving. Pause. Yeah, like, I just think, you know what I mean? Like, if you would have got the, you know what I mean, the other jakes, and within time, you could plan all that shit out, but, I mean, you rap it, nigga. That's why you chose the Pacific song, you know what I mean? Shit, yeah, you gotta make it creative. I'm not saying that make it creative. You rap it. Simplest video I can think of that's kind of still effective is the parking lot across the street. Because anybody will be able to, me, You already switched up. Ain't a bunch of niggas. It ain't a bunch of niggas, man. What's the nigga name? Rick Moore? That's the nigga name, nigga. I'm about to check out his. I'm about to check out his YouTube and shit. No, he got some shit videos on YouTube, man. This nigga said trying to see if you can figure out the one. All the bitches $100, nigga. Oh shit, man. I'm about to check him out there, man. You funny as hell, bro. The boy said, see if you can pick out the ones that's $100.
Niggas run up on me, throw a bullet ground. I can't say my nigga name cause he still catching. I'm the type of nigga hit that road and beat it down. Shout out to my hustlers moving way out of town. Shout out to my bitches selling. Yeah. Shout out to them bitches selling pussy out of town. Shout out to them niggas who don't post shit on the ground. Blow a bag, get it back. Fuck 12, free facts, bad hoe.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is about it, but I can't think of
JK, really?
Hey yo, Lorenz, what you doing?
She been thinking to herself like, what she gonna do? Lately she been feeling down, having all these different moves. Ain't got no home to go to, cause she always get abused. And her dude don't want her, yeah, she been feeling used. Now no baby in the clinic, trying to get an abortion, cause her relationship important, even though that you
Yeah, all of them heard all the videos because they just, you know what, he might work something out. I see niggas in the same house. Yeah, but it's just the kitchen and it might just be by the kitchen. That's all. He ain't go too far from that couch though. So that's just a small apartment, or maybe it was a hotel. Oh shit! Nah, he ain't playing.
You don't know you haven't been where I've been.
Ride for some help.
Yeah, all these business $100. Ain't nobody changed their location. I'm skimming through these bitches.
Worst thing comes to worst, I fucking die a tragic death or some shit, and I'm not able to see out my dreams.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? I don't know who this.
Only Bender. E4P. Bid on. I'm just speaking on the stuff that people sit on. You got a Glock, but your ops never click on. Screaming recipes, your man, but never slip on. Same clothes, ain't got nothing, put your kids on.
I think that video was, that's 3 months ago.
Got a nigga on your heels in prison, I can send, I can't. I'm so used to doing wrong, I ain't trying to make it right. If they take my life today, or take my life tonight, they know I stood tall, chest out and held the fight. Never been and never fold, never tell and never told. Give a fuck about no charge, I was trying to hit that road. Hit some fool.
Oh no, hold on. Let me make sure. I see 3 months ago. Let me go back 3 months ago. This is 1 month ago. Let me see this one.
This job made it home. Only been sleep about an hour. Out here ringing on. I told her but she said don't take too long. I hung up. Then we hop back in the whip. Hit the dash like we in the scat. You ain't need me for this shit. You ain't did your homework for that. For just 3 bangs.
But I doubt it, man. He still should be able to calibrate it. I think.
Yeah, I was fucked up. Down bad on my last zip. Had to make it stretch. This a Gen 5 with a crisp.
It always varies when we see the video. I kind of ask him if he gonna be calibrated on that.
These bitches feel good though. I'ma keep playing. Just love it. Hey up people morning when we break it fast, bitch. Know I keep 100 round for a hating ass bitch. Why you talking hard? We see your name all in that paper. Can't confuse you with no.
Sometimes people lose shit, you know what I mean? Lose shit, don't have no money and shit like that. So maybe he couldn't pay for something one day, you know what I mean?
Your ops never click on. Screaming recipes, you man, but never slip on. Same clothes, ain't got nothing, put your kids on. The boys dirty, check them drawers, it's a skid on. Hugging from